Hey guys, happy Wednesday, happy Veterans Day. It's not really happy because, like I said, I've been in a funk lately, but nothing that won't change, I'm sure. Let's see who we got. We got British Chippy, Remy, Lee RD, Casey Zen, Betty Boop, Carla Ray, Irish Gal, Serendipity, Irish Gal. I think I've got it all. Puss in Boots. Hey, Aries Fire. Hey, Stewie. Nah, we're not gonna. Stewie, you're always wanting to rumble, but you got to remember this is the new me. I don't want to rumble. Hey, Pixie, Jenny Rose, Randa Smith, Tiffany Marie, Coffee Chat, Remy, out in the rain working. People need to learn how to drive. Hmm. So, like I said, I've been in a funk lately, and yes, it does have to do with my son, but I'm just going to leave that at that. But earlier, I was listening to Laura. Hey, Paula's Promise. And I wasn't, hey, asked you something for Lisa 54. I wasn't going to address it until she basically called people idiots for not joking around with their kids about drugs. Hello, Monique. Now, hey, M's Coffee Combo. I'm the mother of an addict, okay? And let's just say we're going through some tough times right now. But Laura's comment, and I don't care if Laura teaches her kids how she talks to them about drugs. That's her business. But, she's their mother. And, she teaches chemistry with the compounds of meth or math with kilos and grams of coke. I don't care. But for her to say that maybe if the people out there who have children that are addicts would have been, hey, Madagascar, maybe if everybody out there would have, joked with their kids about drugs, that they wouldn't be addicts. I don't see anything funny about drugs. You're right, Laura. They do. They see drugs on TV, they see it in video games. You're right. They see it everywhere. But I don't find the humor in it. And Laura, I don't believe any child is born an addict. I believe there are a lot of different factors that go into someone becoming an addict. It can be a chemical imbalance. Yeah, she said it, CCK. It could be a chemical imbalance. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tina. I'm so sorry. See, that's going to make me cry because that is my worst fear, Tina. A good friend of mine is making plans today for his son. Hey, mildly sunny. But I'm so sorry for your pain, Tina. It is absolutely my worst fear. But please, Laura, don't call us out as parents of addicts. I'll tell you, I'm an addict in recovery, and I never understood how hard it was for my family until my son became one also. He is in recovery. Thank God, just a sub. Thank God. And I hope you and he stays in recovery. It's one day at a time there. One day at a time. But to be referred to as an idiot because, hey, Whiskey, I heard your rant earlier, because we didn't joke with our kids about drugs. You're right. I never sat down with my kid and helped him with math and used kilos of coke or crack or whatever as an example. I never did that. If I would have known that's the way to keep your kid from being an addict, I would have done it. Okay. Uh, Congratulations, Remy. Hold on, I just got a text. I just, like I said, I can play Laura's clip, and I don't, like I said, Laura, please, 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 just get on your hands and knees and thank the all that's holy that your children don't do drugs. Please get on your hands and knees and pray to God that they never do. Truth, I like what you said about your HP, turning it over and taking it back. It's the truth. I do it all the time. I turn him over to God and then I take him back. And then God says, okay, let's see how this works out for you. And it never works. So, but I was really offended when Laura referred to people as idiots. And I totally agree with the fact that you need to talk about drugs with your kids. I get that. And I did that. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. You know, don't call me an idiot, Laura. And I know you didn't call me one, just Tracy's an idiot, but you basically called every parent out there of an addict an idiot. And let me play this clip. Maybe I'm taking it wrong. Maybe I'm taking this way out of context. And you all tell me if I am. And be honest, because I'm okay with my other son is a sergeant in the military. That is so great, Tina. See how different you raise two sons under the same roof and how different they become. But hold on, I'm going to play this. This is what Laura said earlier. And I'm not cracking on her for the way she deals with her kids. But don't call me an idiot. And in a way, that's what you did. You called me an idiot. Did she say, Tracy, you're an idiot? No. But just listen to this. I swear, I don't wish anybody the pain. I don't wish anybody this pain, not Laura, not nobody. But don't sit here and call people idiots because of the way, you know, kids can become addicts from nothing more than peer pressure. They can smoke a joint lined with heroin and think it's the best thing since sliced freaking bread, and boom, they're hooked. They can eat a few pills here and there. And then I'm trying to open up this stupid thing and thinking that they could get an injury. They could get a football injury. They could get a cheerleading injury where they are, are put on pain meds. Please, please don't. I can't get it to open. Let me try something else. I don't know why it's not opening. But I don't know if you all listened to her. Many go to drugs to escape mental health issues. Yes, you're right. You're right, Jenny Rose. Mental health is I don't know, Amber K. No, it doesn't discriminate. And I hate to see that some hey pop trauma for anybody to say my kids will never be drug addicts. My kids will never do this. I'm sure if your child is sitting in prison for something, you never dreamed they were going to do whatever it is they did to land in prison. I mean, no, it doesn't come with the handbook. I wish it did. But there's so many different factors to addiction. Do you think that I don't sit here every single day and think, where did I go wrong? Because I'm not an addict. I mean, do you think that every parent out there that has a child addicted to drugs doesn't sit and think, where did I go wrong? Okay, I want you to listen to this. And like I said, up until the point that she said idiots.
Um, and see, but that's the thing, Starlight. I don't care if somebody makes a video. My kids fucking don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. That's why we joke around about it. Drugs are all around the world. My kids know all about drugs. They play video games. They're they see it. They see it on TV. They see it on TikTok. They see it on YouTube. They see it everywhere. Joking around about it is what makes them not do drugs. Joking around about it makes them not ever want to be that way. That's why they laugh at me. So when these fucking idiots make videos, I know you know, Starlight. When these fucking idiots make videos about little things I say, maybe their kids wouldn't be on drugs if they were more open about it.
Are you kidding
maybe
me?
Their kids wouldn't be, not addicts, there's always be an addict, but maybe their kids wouldn't be fucking doing dope if they spoke openly and that their kids know to talk to them or come to them. That's what these people
see. And am I going to say I'm triggered by that? No, I'm not triggered by it. Trust me. But basically, I felt like, okay, she's calling me an idiot because for some reason she thinks her way is better than anybody else's way out there that's dealing with this. Do I pray? I don't ever want. But let's flip this for a second, okay? Let's just flip this for a second. Now take what Laura just said and let's flip it. She said her kids don't do drugs because she jokes about it with them. Trust me when I say I was very open about drugs with my son. My son and I had a very close relationship. It didn't stop it. Okay? Hey, True Helper, Bernie Duran, just her Mimi. My boys were educated too. Yes, education doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But let's flip this. So she says she jokes with her kids about drugs, and that's one of the reasons they don't do drugs. Okay, what if your kids, Laura, what if your kids say, well, mom talks about drugs all the time. She talks about when she used to do them, and she's successful and she turned out okay. What's the big deal? What about that, Laura? My father was a narcotics agent, didn't stop me. Exactly. One of my best friend's parents spoke openly with her all her life. Guess what? She's in recovery. Wow. But thank God she's in recovery. Hey, Angel Roth. Happy birthday. She's going to make a video talk. No, I'm not talking about her kids. I'm not. She's got wonderful kids. My son was in his first rehab at 15. Parents from all over different. I missed it. I just really took offense to the fact that if you don't, you can't predict trauma. You're right, Sonia. If you don't joke around with your kid about drugs, then you're an idiot. And I'm not speaking poorly of her kids. Booze and Klonopin is a bad mix. Well, I wouldn't know because I'm not drinking and I didn't do a Klonopin. So see you later, you dickhead panic attack. You always know who those people are. It's so easy to figure them out. Like I said, guys, it didn't trigger me. It didn't you know, it I listened to it and I thought, wait a minute. She's basically saying that if you don't joke about drugs with your kids, I mean, many people in here had open relationships with their parents and still ended up being addicts. You're not just, there are hundreds of thousands of babies that are born every year addicted to drugs that don't grow up to be addicts. And there's hundreds of thousands of babies born every year with nothing at all in their system who come from lawyers and doctors, and they do become addicts. It is a very complicated subject. You're right, Jane. So, like I said, I'm not triggered. Maybe it was a bad time for me because of what I am going through right now with my son, but I'm not triggered. I'm just simply saying that I don't appreciate being called an idiot. And I know you didn't point me out particularly, Laura, but because I am the mother of an addict, it kind of did hit home with me. I'm not an idiot. I've never been an idiot. And just think, Laura, if joking with kids about drugs equaled no addiction, we wouldn't have any addiction in this country. Problem solved. Corn dog, you're an idiot. And I know who you are, so goodbye. Grumpy Grandpa's high horse, you're an idiot, and I know who you are. Goodbye, Fod. Oh, speaking of Fod, don't ever, 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 ever talk about doxers and people that go real life when you sat on a panel with somebody who went real life on Darling Nikki. So shut up, Fod, and take your grumpy high horse and shove it up your donkey ass. You fake. Ooh, don't even get me started on that one. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't have gone live right now because I'm in a horrible, horrible, horrible program. I mean, I'm in a horrible mood. I was reading somebody's comment about the DARE program. Oh yeah, my son went through the DARE program. I mean, all the elementary schools here had what's the little dog that, or the stuffed dog, the dog that came in and talked about, hey, Amanda T, about how bad drugs are. Pretty much only DL, pretty much only German lady stood up for that girl. Yeah, I don't know. Would you look at the fudge roll in? Yeah, McGruff the crime dog. Yeah. Look at the fudge roll in. See what happens, Fod? When you troll and you create fake accounts, then no matter who it is, you're going to get accused of it. Corn dog, though, I have a feeling is someone else. But I could be wrong. Fudge chat had a person doxed multiple times last night. No, you don't say. The hypocrisy on Fudge was comical. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I saw a clip of it. I saw a clip of it. Nikki is a great person. Not only did Russell Bailey call the cops on her, but CPS on making lemonade. See? Shut up, Fod. Shut up. You can't say anything else. And like I said, I didn't. Hey, Donna. Yeah. I didn't, I didn't come live to, talk about Laura in particular. It just so happens that's whose mouth it rolled out of. No one is like Jesus. Only God is like Jesus. Had anybody else have said it, I'd have gone live about it too, because it struck a chord with me. Please, please, please don't tell people out here with people that have children. And yes, he is a child. He is my son. He will always be a child in my eyes. Don't tell people out here that unless they joke with their kids, that's not just being open. I was very open with my son. Me and my son had a very close relationship. We still do. It's just strained right now. Hey, hounds. Just like when I was pregnant, I never called another baby ugly out of the fear mine would mine would be when I don't call babies ugly either. Even though some of them are, they don't come out the cutest. But I mean, look what they go through though. God love them. But usually not so cute babies end up being the most beautiful out of the world, out of all of them anyway. So one out of my three kids, one is an addict. I'm sorry, Amanda T. Hey, Brian Clan. Hey, Christy A. Hey, Bethany. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't wish it on. You don't call a baby ugly. No, you don't. Don't ever call somebody's baby ugly. Hold on, I want to see what that person said. Horror show. I'm talking on drug addiction. If you don't find that interesting, see your way out. Just her mimic. See the people in here that are affected by this? It's so funny that the ones that come in under these troll names set in streams where people are being trashed for their looks or for where they live or but I'm the one that doesn't talk about anything of any substance. Okay. Okay. Wow, just wow. Hey, Blink, I haven't seen you in like forever. Yeah, these people that come in here are the same people that set in these streams where people are being dogged because of their eyebrows or their body weight or M says, I think all babies are cute. M's don't. I think you're telling a fib. I think they get cuter as they get older. Hey, Marianne. Please be better than them, Tracy, or you'll lose all hope in humanity. Oh, trust me. I'm not going to get up here and no, drug addiction isn't a choice. It's nothing to joke about. But like I said, Laura can she can deal with her kids any way she chooses. She is their mother. And I would have never spoke on this had she not have called people idiots. Babies, kids, animals, it's where it's at. I agree. Babies, first comes puppies and kittens and baby animals, then comes babies, then comes elderly people. I think they're all cute and sweet as well. Okay. I know they all smell really good. I love the smell of a baby, but I love the smell of puppy breath too. So I wish somebody could bottle the smell of puppy breath. I was using the example of ugly baby comment as an example to never say never. Exactly. It was a good example too, though, but I think we all might have missed the mark on that one. My eyebrows suck. I could be thinner. I could be younger. Could have less wrinkles and scars. I no longer care. Middle finger. Take me as I am or don't take me at all. Happy Hump Day 2020 can go F itself. Oh, Red Rum Media. I so agree with you. I am Wog's favorite boomer. See? See, I'm Wog's favorite boomer. But, well, I mean, I'm just saying that, thank you, Marianne. Welcome. I mean, she is their mother and she has the right to deal with her kids the way that she sees fit. But please don't call other people idiots because they didn't joke about meth or crack or whatever with their kids. I don't think that would have prevented their children from being addicts, Laura. I really don't. There's no study out there saying, hey, if you joke with your kids, if you do math problems and convert it into kilos of cocaine instead of kilos, and come on, don't call us idiots, Laura. There's plenty of us out here. And no, I'm not being a bit touchy. Well, maybe I am being a bit touchy. Maybe I am being a little crybaby. But and I would have never said a word until she used the word idiots. So, like I said, and I didn't even listen to her entire live. I saw a clip of it and I thought, no, she didn't really say that. She did not really say that. I think everybody has a rude awakening when their children get older. God, Marianne, whoever you are, go away. There's only a couple people on here that call me Grumpy Grandpa. It's not hard to figure out who you are. Go away. Go hang out in somebody else's chat. Not you, Marianne, the other one. Don't you go away, Marianne, the other one. And I don't know that that's Marianne. Just one of the she's just one of the few people that call me that. So I'm sure it's probably not Hello Starlight. It's probably Fod. But either way, whatever floats their boat. Because I told them they lost all credibility. Not that they had any, anyways. Do I agree with all of Laura's views on FOD? No, I don't. But do I agree to some extent what Laura said about FOD? Yeah, I do. I do think she plays that card for sympathy, for pity, for attention. I'm sorry, but I do. That's my feelings about it. Yeah, I doubt it's Hello Starlight. She's probably fixing her kids' dinner right about now. It's probably dinner time where they're at. I should make, I'm gonna, or I'm gonna get merch, Grumpy Grandpa. You feel like she says this stuff to hurt those Dylan? I don't know if she says it to hurt people, but I know she knows enough people who are dealing with addiction, who have dealt with addiction, who are parents of addicts, who are children of addicts, that she should know better than to say that. I think Laura said what a lot of us were thinking. I hate to admit it. Yeah, I will give her credit there because I do believe that FOD uses this bullshit for attention. Sorry, but I do. And the fact of the matter is, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody has ever cared. And I don't mean nobody has ever cared about FOD. I mean nobody has ever cared about gender. I've never known anybody in this community that's ever had a problem with gender. Uh, so, but I'm not even going to get started with that. So, and yes, Whiskey, I made a roast today and it shrunk down to nothing. Piss me off. Piss me off. So, I'm not trying to call anybody out. And if you don't want to come up and discuss it, I totally get it. But if you feel like that I'm being a little dramatic over what Laura said, and you want to take a link and come up and tell me, I'd be willing to hear you out. Chili. I make chili a lot, though, Captain Obvious. Hey, Samara. Samara, I still have not got your email. No, none of us ever have, CCK, ever. I've never heard anybody in this community ever, I don't watch a whole lot of the drama community. I don't know a lot of them, but I've just never heard anybody here have a problem with anybody's gender, like, ever, until FOD came along. And then it just turned into a big joke. So I agree with Laura on that. Sorry, FOD. And I know you'll include me. She cries because her picture's floating around out there, but yet she uses a picture of me. Are you kidding me? Have a good night, niece. Enjoy your dinner. I might go a little overboard if I go on panel. Oh, that's okay. Should just do away with genders. I don't know, Blink. I don't know. It is a weapon for FOD. You're right, Irish girl. Irish gal. And you know what? The thing is, she's hurt a lot of people. She's hurt a lot of people. I'm sorry, I should say he, because he did say he identifies as a male. So I need to respect that and try to get it through my head that I should refer to FOD as he, because I don't want to be disrespectful. But he's hurt a lot of people. A lot of people really cared for them. But now it's just becoming some kind of freaking joke. And it's not a joke for everybody. The same goes with drug addiction. The same goes with so many different things here. Hey, April. Yeah, her ammo has run out. She's completely out of ammo. And the doxing and the doxed my birthday, doxed my age, doxed my this. I saw somebody doxed 5 times today in a stream, which Laura did take care of it, or her mods. They did delete it. But FOD acts like they're the only one that's ever been doxed. Since day one, there's been way too many. questioning Fuad about his gender. We all know that Fuad's gender and gender identity has been a hot topic. I agree, but it's to the point that that it's time to move on from it, you know. I mean, I had the utmost respect for Fuad when Fuad did that video called My Truth. I gave him, hey Pop, I gave him kudos, a shout out, because that had to be hard. There's a docs left in her chat from last night. You know, the one she titled Diane Loves Doxers. See, that's the kind of bullshit I'm talking about, Tess. Nothing to do with gender, everything to do with just general morals and personality. I don't have a problem with anyone's gender. I have a problem with manipulators. True. True that. Hey, butterfly kisses. Oh, of course, I would always respect Pod's gender. Anybody's. I just now am coming to the point that I finally got it that he prefers to be called he. So I'll definitely do that. And if I slip up, then it's not something I meant to do, you know. But like I said, I've been in a real funk. There's a YouTube glitch. Comments that are deleted during a stream are still showing up in replays. It's not the creators, it's YouTube. See, there you go. Hey, K-Love. I want to give a big shout out to oh shoot, what are their names? Orion, is that right? Orion? Because I was really, really impressed with their conversation on panel. Well, that sucks if it shows up on replay. Yeah, I was really impressed with that person's you know, oh, it's pronounced Orion. That makes more sense, Chroma Junkie. That sounds so much better than Orion. So kudos out to Orion because they were very informative. Hey, Chroma Junkie. Night, Tina. But like I said, I just came live, and I know I say that all the time. Like I said, I just came live because I took it, and maybe I did take it personal, and maybe it is because of what I'm going through. But I took what Laura said as basically, hey, Tracy, you're an idiot, you know, because your son's an addict because you didn't joke with him about it. And like I said, she did not say that. She never mentioned my name. But don't put it out there, Laura, that people's kids become addicts because of this or because of that. Because there are so many dynamics to why somebody becomes an addict. Is genetics, could it be genetic? Yeah, I guess it could. You know, like we had somebody in here earlier. They raised two children under the same roof. One's an addict and has passed away, and that's horrible. And the other one is a sergeant in the military. So I don't know. I agree, Aries Fire. I agree. Laura states her opinions as facts. Well, she did today say that everything she was talking about was her opinion. So, you know, I'm going to give her that too. She said, you know, these are her opinions. Oh, thank God you're out of the hospital. But and like I said, maybe I took it a little, you know, maybe I took it personal. It's a sore spot for me, you know, but please don't refer to people as idiots. Because if your theory was true, Laura, there wouldn't be any drug addicts because everybody would just raise their kids joking about it. And just because we didn't do math based on meth doesn't mean that we didn't have open relationships with our kids. I will tell you one thing that I absolutely do regret, and that is ever telling my kid what I did when I was younger. I absolutely do regret that. I thought I was doing the right thing. But if I could go back in time, I would never tell my kid anything that I did when I was younger. Because now, if he falls off the wagon, if he uses, you know what he does? He throws it in my face. My cousin's son went to rehab that they show on TV. Unfortunately, he passed within a month. That happens, Turquoise. I'm so sorry. And that happens so often that addicts get clean. And then when they relapse, they try to do the same amount of drugs they were doing prior to. And it, like I said, I've got a very good friend right now that's making funeral arrangements um, for his son. And that is my biggest fear. So, my absolute biggest fear. And do you know how many people out there live this fear every single day? I've told you all this story. Do you know what it's like to lay in bed at night and dread your phone ringing, but you want it to ring so bad, but you don't? And I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds insane. And that's what addiction is insanity. At least for the person that loves the addict, it is insanity. But how many nights I've laid awake begging my phone to ring, but not wanting to pick it up because I wanted to know he was okay, but I didn't want him to call me. You're right, drugs don't discriminate. You know, and I am very passionate about this because I've lived this. And sadly, I continue to live it. And I don't want it to be, well, if you don't joke with your kids about dope, then that's probably why they become an addict. No, that's not the answer. It may be Laura's answer for her children, and that's fine. Those are her kids. But don't call us idiots because we didn't do it your way. When my son overdosed, his girlfriend went to rehab and died the same day she left. I'm raising their child. She was 6 when my son died and 7. Oh my God. I am so sorry. Just her Mimi. Do you see how many people in this community this touches? And that's why it bothers me so much when people use their addictions to people use people's addictions to go at somebody. Please, if you're ever going to come at me, don't come at me about my son's addiction. I've had so many people, I've seen so many people write in Laura's chat, well, maybe she should, I mean, Laura said it herself, maybe she should go deal with her own drug addict son. Please don't do that. Have I moved on from what Laura said? Yeah, I have. Hey, Lovable Rogue, too. Long time. That's how you picked your name on here. Well, you picked the perfect name. Never thought it would affect my life, but surprise, yeah. And then this goes for everybody. Please stop going after people's addiction. Do you see how many people's in this chat right here that is affected by it? Whether they're an addict, whether they're a recovering addict, whether they're the parent of an addict, whether they're the brother, the sister, it doesn't matter, the partner. Just please stop throwing that shit around like like it's a pinata. Jenny Rose, I've made mistakes, said things I shouldn't, but my new motto is put myself in others' place. Oh, Jenny Rose, we've all said things we shouldn't. Definitely me. And I think we should all stop and think about what others might be going through. And hey, hairstylist gal. And like I said, I would have never even brought this up. Yeah, when our children are burying more friends than us adults. Exactly, Turquoise. Exactly. That's true, Hounds. None of us are perfect on here. Nobody. Even Laura. And she admits it. She's not perfect. But I'm so when she said that word idiot, hey, Anna Rose, it just went right through me because I am not an idiot. And neither is anybody else on here that has lost somebody that they love dearly to addiction. They're not idiots. She can do a live response. I don't care, Puss in Boots. What's she going to say? That she didn't say it? Because we know that's not true. I just played it for you guys. And if she wants to go live and talk about it, that's her business. Just like I said, it's her business on how she deals with her kids. Don't call me and everybody else out here an idiot because we didn't joke about drugs with our kids. And don't assume we didn't have open relationships with our children or with our partners or with our parents. Don't assume that. People with addiction need support and understanding, not to be made to feel weak or immoral. Exactly. Like I said, it just kind of struck a nerve with me. If she wants to go live and address it, she's more than welcome. I don't care. We are all human and our flaws make us so. Yes, Bethany. Thank you, Chroma Junkie. Welcome. The age shaming hasn't been addressed, but it should be. Mr. Cardinal, I just don't think that there's anything we're going to do about that. The age shaming, the body shaming, it's just going to happen. And I got to be honest with you. Call me fat. I don't care. Call me fat. I don't care. You know, call me old. I don't care. Don't call me an idiot because my son turned out to be an addict. Don't do that. Also, don't allow my kid to curse. Am I ruining something there too? Right, Pumpkin Ore. My kid's 34 years old and I still make him watch his mouth around me. And I cuss like a sailor, but it doesn't change that. Yeah, a small operation can lead to addiction. And that's what happened with my son. He has knee problems. Years ago, he went to the doctor, and what did they do years ago? They wrote you a script. What they write you a script for? Oxycodones. What are oxycodones? Tracy Boomer. That's right. I'm a proud boomer. Thank you, Amanda T. What are oxycodones? They're opiates. What happens when the doctor takes the opiates away from you? You go out on the street and you find you some. That's how it goes. That's how it's gone for us. And when I say us, I mean me and my son, because every time he's ever done any drug, I feel it. I feel the effects of it. The people closest to me on here, I agree with that. But and that's cool. I hate trying to say your name. Is it Archimedes girl? Archimedes girl? And me and my son, we've joked about inappropriate things too. But I would never, ever, ever call somebody an idiot because they didn't do it my way. Not when it comes to something as serious as addiction. I'm not an idiot. Mimi's not an idiot. The Mimi in here, this chat. Just her Mimi. She's not an idiot. If you're a recovering addict, your parents weren't idiots. I broke my back 11 rides, so the pain was horrible. Kind of what started my addiction. Exactly, Heather. And nothing you could do about that. Nothing at all you could do about that. Thank you, Dova. People aren't idiots just because they don't do things your way. No, no, not at all. Archimedes girl. I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm so sorry. Could you like spell it out for me? You know how they do in the dictionary, they break it down into little words. Just because I don't want to call you by the wrong name. But no, not at all. I didn't take it that way at all. Crama Junkie says, Whiskey, so glad I found you. I just subscribed. Used to listen to you a long time ago. Yep. Original iPoint here. Back in the day when Whiskey sat in the Jeep and I had a couple cold ones and no drama. Listen to the radio. I feel for anyone going through addiction and their families. These people are loved regardless. They're special. Yeah. There's a song out there that I listen to all the time. And I tried to send it to Whiskey OG. And it's called Somebody Someone. And it's about it's from an artist called Daphne Willis. If addiction has ever touched your life, go and listen to that song. It is an amazing song. It's about her brother, but it's an absolute amazing song. And it's called Somebody Someone. CeCe Jones, I love that song. I do too. With all due respect, Tracy, I don't know why you even listen to her. Nothing she says should surprise you or offend you. Really, it didn't surprise me or offend me, sweet Melissa. I got to be honest with you. Somebody posted a clip and I listened to it. And yeah, you have to listen to that song. It's called Somebody Someone. But and it didn't surprise me nor offend me. It just made me think, wow, do you know how many people you are referring to when you say what you just said, Laura? You know, it's not just me. Trust me, I'm not the only one in this hellish boat of addiction. Trust me, I wished I was. I wished I was the only one suffering from this because it would save so many people so much heartache. Alcoholism destroyed my dad's life. It still haunts me from my childhood. He suffers with a form of dementia due to alcoholism. He stopped 10 years ago due to addiction. I still feel robbed. That's so sorry. I'm so sorry, Aries Fire. I feel for you. Oh, that's okay, Karma Junkie. I'm over that. I'm over that. It was a beautiful wedding with beautiful people, and I've got nothing to prove to anybody when it comes to that. But guys, I am going to get off of here. I would really like to start doing a series about being the mother of an addict, but it's been used against me so many times. And right now, it's so raw. When I spoke about it before, it wasn't, it's almost like a scab has been picked off. I know that sounds gross. In our small town, 9 people died in 1 week from an overdose. That's so sad. So sad. That breaks my heart. Yeah, have a good night, Captain Obvious. We'll get together and do a Discord thing here soon. I'm the sister of an addict. I'm sorry, hairstylist gal. But go listen to that song. It's called Somebody Someone. And like I said, this is really raw to me right now because, and I'm not going to get into it because I'm not going to let it be used for YouTube fodder. It's just not, I'm not. That's not, it doesn't, thank you, Puss in Boots, for posting that. It's not fair to my son. I can take it. It's not fair to my son. So thank you, Irish gal. And guys, if you're on the road, if you're recovering, take pride in every single day, every single sober, clean day you have. Look in the mirror and realize just how well you are, just how good you are. Just take 5 minutes to look in the mirror. Take 2 minutes to look in the mirror every day and say, I did it again. I made it through another day. And Laura, if you're listening and you plan on going live about this, of course, you're more than welcome at YouTube, whatever. But I just wanted you to know that people don't want to be called idiots just because they don't do it your way. So, you guys, I love you all. I appreciate you coming in here. I appreciate my members. I appreciate all my subs. I appreciate the support. If you're dealing with addiction, bless your heart. Pray to God. Get on your hands and knees. Do better than me. Turn it over to God and let Him keep it. I have a hard time with it. I have a hard time of letting it go. But don't ever look down on somebody. If you're looking down on somebody, do it because you're helping them up, not because you're pushing them down. And with that, thank a veteran. Thanks to all the men and women who have fought in the past, in the present, and in the future. And let's try to get through this insanity of an election without hating each other, without, losing contact with family members because you don't agree on a public, on politics. Sorry, Puss in Boots. I saw something really cool the other day. Two friends, best friends, went to vote. One had on a Trump mask and the other one had on a Biden mask. And they walked into the voting arm in arm. And I thought, now that's the way it should be done. That's the way it should be done. So if you're a veteran, I appreciate your service. If your father was a veteran, if your mother, if your brother, I appreciate their services. And hey guys, I'll see you around the tubes. All right. I gotta get a hold of Tawanda. She works like a dog. But to get that murder in a box, mystery murder in a box, so we can figure out how we're gonna do that. So have a wonderful night and just try to be nice. See you around the tubes, guys. Bye.